Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to Shade and the City. It's your girl Treese here with my lovely. We're gonna call her my assistant co-pastor today, okay? Miss Elaine T. She is here to help with the services. Because as y'all know, we got to lay our brother Doug to rest, okay? This recap. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. As you know, I've been congested, allergies are kicking my arse right now, so I apologize for my voice. But thank y'all. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in. And if you're liking the vibe and you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. And y'all, me and Elaine was talking about backstage, and we know we got a lot to get into. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna run this intro. I'm trying not to be long-winded, but you see it's already happening. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Let's get shady. Well, hello, Princess. Hello, Kamara. Welcome, everyone. As y'all are coming in, y'all, I have the box. Okay? I know y'all waiting to see what's inside, and so am I. I even told Princess, I said, look, girl, I'm really like not gonna open this until we get on the live. So, oh, thank you, Kamara. I don't feel like I look great, so I appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, y'all. So I got the infamous ChelseaKat dream bag.
Ooh.
All right, but I'm gonna let the people come in. So before we get into it, I know I missed last week. I don't know how much I really missed. I mean, I do because I covered it, right? But I don't know how y'all felt about last week. Oh, hey, JB. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, we're just talking about right now we're just recapping last week because I missed that. But if I get it, I understand. But I appreciate the love. Thank you, baby. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I was just telling Elaine, I feel like it's like once I had that vid, I just been back to back. I feel like I catch anything. But anyway, so yeah, y'all. Last week, what did I really miss? I mean, or what did we really miss besides being pissed off at Ted? But you know, our fellow Ted Hater up here, my co-pastor, I wanted to give her an opportunity to let her get her off her chest because she was big mad. I think she even turned the TV off last week.
I sure did. I think you told us on Wednesday. Remember, guys, I'm not. We're not gonna have a live because I'm going away. And I was like, yeah, I'm going away. I'm going away too. I literally, I would have felt motivated to watch if I had to engage with you. But I mean, after the Derek and this fool, Ashley, after what they did in the hospital to Andre, making him stand there and humiliate. I think that happened on Wednesday. Humiliating him by, oh, we're together. What was the point of that? This is not your friend. He's not a friend of yours. And
I do hate that. I hate that they play fake friends like that. Like,
that
we are not cool.
Unnecessary.
Right.
And then for him to act like he had tears in his eyes. It was just, I was like, why are they doing this to us and Andre? Why?
Right.
And then to have him pine over her. So did anybody else notice that somewhere along the way, and I must have missed it, between the beginning of the show and Thursday, she became the love of his life.
Right.
I was like, what happened? He's drunk at the bar and he's going on about his heart being broke. What? Did they even kiss?
So, but here's my thing. I'm with you on that. Did they even kiss? Second of all, I don't know if you felt me when I said it. I don't know if you watched that one where I was like, I don't know. I've been in a friends with benefits situation, and there is no way where you about to sit up and talk about this for
Yes,
hours while you talk about hunching me. Like, where do they do that at?
I mean, you had already mentioned in several of your recaps, like, okay, Danny, you going on after you are in bed with him about another man is just not cool. So it's one thing Danny always had done it, but then for
But
him,
then Andre started doing it, and Danny accepting it.
and it's like where they are right now. Like even as they stand in each other's face, going, "I love how honest we are with each other." About how you feel about other people? What?
Right.
What's happening? So
I felt that same way last week, and Ted just made me mad throughout the whole week,
I
whether it was
can't
Eva,
even.
whether it
I
was
just
Leslie. You know, I'm out here
he could have switched.
serenading y'all on behalf of Ted, and he out here making me look like a goddamn fool, just like he making
He
Nicole look like a
just
damn fool.
it's just and people were going back and forth online. I don't think he was in his right mind. If Ted says he did it and he recognized he did it and he was involved in the act, then I think the it goes out the window that he was so drunk he didn't know what he was doing. I think he was so drunk that his inhibitions was down and that his brain didn't stop him. But I don't think he didn't want to do that.
I was gonna say, because I've been saying that. Hey, Corey. Hey, Blatant Truth. I saw you ladies come in. Thank
And
you.
for him not to say I was taken advantage of, I don't think we should be saying he was taken advantage of. He didn't say he was taken advantage of.
Show didn't.
He said she was beautiful. He said she was attractive. He said they were attracted to each other. He said all of that.
I agree. I've been told y'all Ted wanted that thing. I said, please do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. So yeah, that was last week, y'all. If you have anything else you want to add on, or I know we missed it, but it was full of Ashley and Derek and Ted up as usual. Princess agrees. Ted was in his right mind. He was going to do it again, even if the evil spawn didn't show up. And then that whole thing with Eva giving him the business, and I'm gonna go in on her.
How are you mad at him? And wasn't she having dreams of her parents being together and them being a family when she was first working at their house? Now,
damn, you got a good memory. I didn't even remember that until you said it.
No.
You got a good memory. That's true.
You were having daydreams just like your crazy mama about y'all being a family and not being him and Nicole, but the three of you. Now, all of a sudden, they can't stand you, but you still want him with Nicole. I just don't believe this. You buy everything else your mother said, but now all of a sudden you think he's best with Nicole? Under what circumstances? Because at this point, she's known him longer without Nicole than she knew him with Nicole.
Right. I agree. That's a very good point. Kamar said, why isn't Andre over Ashley? Ashley doesn't know what she wants. She isn't ready for a real relationship. Andre should know that by now. And Ashley is a waste of his time. Being honest, I feel like a lot of them are a waste of our time. And I'm sorry, but y'all know I came in hot for Andre just because he's fine. But when I tell you that wore off, that's why they say a pretty face ain't, because that wore off so quick.
Right.
That wore off so quick. I am so over Andre, and I don't even want him with my Danny no more.
So the only good thing about Andre, and I will say this week, is that he defended Danny 2 toes down while her family was standing there acting like she had done some dastardly deed that all of them can stand. So she is a grown woman with grown kids, and if she makes a mistake in love, oh well, she makes a mistake in love. But them coming down on Andre and him being the only person to stand up for her, she's been through a lot and she's still standing.
Right.
And for them to sit there and go, oh, you don't know Danny. She's that. Why are you talking down about her to him?
I agree.
Y'all call Danny.
I don't know. I'm not here.
I'm telling you, last week, even the Duprees got on my nerve. But
I know. With the Anita and Leslie stuff. We'll get there. Hey, DeMarcus. Hey, Boo. Why did they call him there and not Danny? Right, Shawnee. I said that on I don't know if you on the Twitter, but hey, Shawnee, welcome. Yeah, I said that, and I say, why are they giving him so much smoke? That's not their child. That's weird AF, and they lucky that he's so respectful. Because I said it. I'm sorry. I'm all about respecting my elders, but I'll cut that out real quick. Respectfully. Please understand, okay? But yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna get to the Elaine. I'm gonna drop you down for 5 seconds, or not even 5, but I'm gonna do the unboxing. I just want to make myself bigger. But I'll bring you right back up. Just stay backstage for a second. All right, y'all. Got the box. Here it is. Now, first of all, here's my first thing. I'm trying not to show y'all my address. Here's my first thing. It came from F&W Style, which is fine. That's where I bought it. From Atlanta, Georgia. Now, we all know that they film in Atlanta, Georgia. I would have appreciated just, constructive criticism if you would have put it was from Beyond the Gates in Atlanta, Georgia. That would have been cute. Just my thought. Just, Mark, I only went to school for marketing. I'm just saying. So let's go ahead. All right. Let me see. Can y'all see? Can y'all see? All right. Let's go ahead and unbox. All right. No, I don't have a box cutter, so we out here using scissors. Okay. And let me not cut myself online because that will not be cute. Okay. It comes in another cute little box. Oh, okay. Now, I would have liked, here's another constructive tip. Y'all could have put ChelseaKat on the box. Just saying. If it's supposed to be their brand. I know it's the stories and whatever, but it got the cute little bow on it. I like that because I'm not even going to lie to you. When I first got the box and I shook it, I was like, I hope they did not just put this purse in a brown box. I was like, because I'm going to get up here and read them for filth. Okay? But shout out to y'all for not doing that. Okay? So let's get to it. Okay. See, y'all see? Come, nice little paper, nice. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now is where I get my ChelseaKat. Okay, this is when I get my ChelseaKat. Okay. So let's see. All right, y'all. So I know this is actually, I know it looks crazy on the camera, but this is actually the black charcoal. But I can see what you guys are seeing. And to me, it looks like the jean denim. So I would be amazed to see how the jean denim one looks like on camera. But this is actually the black charcoal. Very cute, quaint, got your little, when you go into the brunch, you know what I'm saying? So let's look on the inside because, that's what's important for me because I put a whole bunch of in my bag and I don't know how to not do that. So I got to see how much stuff I can get in here, okay? So oops, what did I throw? Oh, the charm. I can't, see, I was about to. And so, okay, of course, it comes with the ChelseaKat. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it comes with the little ChelseaKat charm that they always show off. So I'm going to make sure I get that on there before I throw it out with the rest of the paper. I'm keeping this box, though. I ain't even going to hold you. I'm keeping the box. Okay. All right. Now it's time for the real review. Okay. So you see inside, there's no dividers. Okay. We have one zip pocket on the inside. Let's see. Let's test it out. Can I fit my phone here? Now, y'all see the size of my phone, right? So let's see if I can fit my phone in here. I can fit my phone in here, but the problem is I ain't going to be able to fit nothing else in here. I wouldn't be able to fit my wallet. I'm going to have to get a smaller wallet to wear this bag. But I knew that buying this, that it was because I'm not a small bag like girl. I knew buying it that it wasn't going to be probably my everyday bag because I'm if I could show y'all my rolling briefcase that I take to work when I actually do go into the office, I don't play. I take everything. I'm that person. I'm a bag lady. So, but it's very cute. Shout out to them. I definitely, like I said, I definitely wear it to the brunch. I wear it to church on Sunday. Wear it to cute little, gatherings and arrangements. But good job, good job. And I even like the little, little things on the bottom. That's really cute. Corey said, "Yeah, I like big bags too." So I was actually telling Princess that it does look blue. It does look like the denim. That's what I said, but it's actually like in real life, y'all, I wonder if I change my lighting, can y'all really see it? But in real it's black. It's crazy because I was worried about that, but now I'm actually happier that it came out looking more like the denim because I was really in between them. So I wonder what the denim really looks like. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but no. So back to what I was saying. So no, me and Princess was talking about that, and I'm a big bag girl. But I have back and shoulder issues because I like to carry so much. So that's why I got a rolling briefcase, and now I'm a crossbody girl all day, every day. Okay, so because yeah, I ain't got time for all that weight on me. But yeah, y'all. So thank you for joining me for the unboxing. We ain't going nowhere. I just, I'm gonna bring my girl Elaine back up, and we're gonna get back into this recap. And hopefully, make sure you go get your ChelseaKat bag. They come in denim blue, they come in the red and the pink. And like I said, it's cute for the girls that aren't bag ladies. This is for you, and I would absolutely say go get you one. It was only $139. It was not that serious. It did not break the bank at all. And I, of course, love supporting my favorite show. So, yeah. All right. Shawty said, hold on, let me go through some of this comments before we get into it. Shawty said, oh my God, I did the rolling work bag too. Had all my office, everything. I got my gym clothes in there. Sometimes I even put my foot massager, my foot warmer in there so I can be comfortable in work. And I know that sounds crazy, but yes, if I got to sit there, and sometimes I don't even sit there long, but if I'm more than 4 hours, then the heating pad is coming with me to work, the foot massage, like it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay. Outspoken said, yeah, it looks cute, functional for brunch, date night, church. Right. It's that type of bag. It's not like, oh, I think because I'm a mom, like, so I just in case I need this, just in case I need that. So I throw a lot of stuff in my bag. So this is not a mom bag. Does that make sense? But all right, y'all. Now that we done that, so let's get lighter. All right. So as I told y'all, I got my co-pastor up here with me, Sister Elaine.
We don't went to church.
With Sister Blatant Truth, she is our church secretary and treasurer. Okay. And then Sister Princess, y'all know she is the head usher. Okay. And she got that wrench by her name.
I knew you would say she was the usher.
And if you get out of line, she will be the first one to usher your ass out. Okay. So just tread lightly with Sister Princess. Okay. Now I've decided, and y'all can drop in the chat, I've decided that we should have Brother Derek, Brother Jacob, and Brother Joey, and Marcel, and Brother Bill and Randy to be the pallbearers.
I'm gonna disagree with the Joey and Marcel thing. I just can't have them anywhere near this.
I'm just saying, even the fact that Joey showed up and was like, I want to support, I was like, Joey, it's a little too soon. We gonna have Jacob and Randy delivering the eulogy. Okay, because that was the closest people to Doug. That was his bro. And we can't have Bill, his Kappa boy, deliver because clearly that didn't work out. We having Anita and Ted. They're going to lead the selections, the choir selections. Okay. So we're going to get some feeling good. Alive. Well, no, he ain't alive. Shit. I'm sorry.
So do you know who can sing? Who? I saw her on her Instagram, Carla Mosley, Danny.
I saw something about that and they were calling Carla Mosley sings. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I saw her do a little humming and sort of doing a note, and I was like, "Come on, girl! I didn't know that." So, and her and Doug did a little. They were friendly. Remember, they were in the bar and having a drink, and the bar was closed. And she told the bartender, let him in. He's a friend of mine. She was
Oh, yeah,
drinking
yeah,
on the
yeah.
strength of she being a Dupree. And she was like, come on in, Doug. Let's drown our sorrows.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Princess said they probably gonna have Vernon doing the eulogy. I believe that.
Of course.
I believe that. I absolutely. Will Randy be at the service if Joey is there? Well,
He
that's
better
true.
not if he know what's good for him.
Is Randy going? So I told y'all I gave a shout out to Randy. Randy made it longer than I thought he was gonna make it.
Oh my God. Yes, he did.
He made it. I did not think he was gonna outlive Doug. So I gotta give him his things. Randy said, I'm gonna keep me a role. I'm gonna keep me. I don't know what you got going on, Doug, but I got other things. Look, I gotta keep these checks coming. He said, I ain't got time to be off TV. All right, y'all. So yeah. So and then I said that I was bringing the oxtails for the repass because from Orphe Jeans, because you know everybody like the oxtails from Orphe Jeans.
Oh, Lord,
And
yeah.
Princess says she bringing a 7-Up pound cake. So I need y'all to drop in the chat and let me know what y'all bringing to the repass. If y'all ain't got no duty, no job, because you know Princess already there passing out the programs and stuff and making sure y'all got y'all seats right. And Elaine making sure I said, don't stand up there and talk too much. And Blatant is making sure, y'all put y'all
or less,
donation.
including your song.
What'd you say?
2 minutes or less, including your song.
Right. Yes, the oxtails. Make sure they're tender. Yes. Did they show anything happen to Doug? I had a delayed start that day. Actually,
So
no,
they
they
did
didn't,
not.
Shawnee. They did not. You said chest pie. What is chest pie? Come on.
Ooh.
You gotta let us know. I've never heard of chest pie.
Ooh, yes, me either.
Yeah, that's interesting. But we can't just have who doing the mac and cheese and the potato salad.
I'll bring fried chicken, I guess.
Right. Well, I mean, do we need oxtails and fried chicken? I was bringing the meat.
Yes, we do, because people won't eat an oxtail, but everybody eat a piece of fried chicken.
Okay, so Elaine says she doing fried chicken. Good job, Elaine. Look at my co-pastor. She gonna go right over to churches and get us some fried chicken for Doug's fuel. What Princess say? I've never had oxtails and I won't have any at the repass. Oh, Princess.
Oh, Princess, you never had oxtails? Oh my God.
Girl, you don't know what you're missing. It's so good. But I have a cousin like that. She's like very like meat and potatoes. Like she won't eat Caribbean. She won't eat Spanish. Like she's just very like, no, this is what I eat.
My kid is like that. My kid does not eat any meat outside of fish and only fried fish and shrimp and crabs and stuff like that. She does not eat any kind of meat.
Real girl, I literally had me a goat the other day. I mean, not a real goat, but I had me some curry goat the other day and I tore that joint up. Sandra says she bringing cobbler and cornbread dressing. No gift.
Come on now.
Okay.
We need some greens to go with that dressing. Come on.
I was gonna say I can't make greens. So we gotta figure that out. Princess said, "Don't
make me make the greens too."
Look, Princess said, "Don't come up in there with no church's chicken, Elaine." She said, "At least let it be Popeyes." And look, and I'm telling you, as head pastor, don't bring no KFC in this damn place for worship. Don't bring no KFC up in here. Outspoken said, "I'll bring the garden salad and a pound cake." Oh, so we gonna have all
night. Said she never had an oxtail either.
Oh, what's going on? It is so good, y'all. It's like if you eat like beef stew, and I'm not even like a big beef stew girl, but it's literally like that, and you eat it over like rice and peas or so. Oh my God.
Yes, but it's
or you get it over a jollof, or you get it over jollof rice.
Yeah.
Change your life. Oh, and actually, let me just say that, by the way, when I did have the curry goat, I did order a beef patty and some cocoa bread. It was okay.
You just went all Caribbean.
It was okay. Well, no, because my sister's been on me about that. That was the whole thing about me being in New York. I needed to get the beef patty.
Oh, of course, with the cocoa bread.
Right. And all I wanted was a dirty water hot dog.
Oh,
So
okay.
Shawty said, I'll bring the greens and the potato salad. Okay, thank you,
Come on,
Shawty. We
greens,
needed
baby.
somebody. Come through, come through. All right, y'all. So let's get into this week. Let's start off. You know how we do over here. We start off with the people that we care about the least, so we can get it out of the way. So Smarty kids, because that's who I care about the least this week. Hey, Tiffany Taylor, welcome. Oh no, you're not late, boo. You're right on time. You did miss the unboxing though, but you can always go back and watch the replay. So yeah, and I'm gonna go off because I just feel like I'm so nasally. So let's talk about the Smarty kids in June. Now, I love the advice that June gave Samantha.
Right.
However, I'm starting to feel as if Samantha don't want to listen and she gonna be hard-headed as fuck anyway. Because the fact June kept trying to refocus her and was like, girl, stop being worried about these boys. Girl, really focus on, your career, what you got going, your education. And I mean, like all teens, right? But she's just like, okay. So how do I get him? So when should I do it?
Right.
And I'm just like, girl, she's saying fall back. That basically, if he really like you, he'll wait for you. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. You took the words right out of my little fast ass little girl. That's what we used to
This
call her.
also came out of nowhere with this kid, and so
I ain't
all
even
of a
gonna hold you.
sudden you want a boy, and it's like it has to happen now or else. Like,
I ain't even gonna hold you though. We did ask for more eligible bachelors, and now I didn't say Samantha. Samantha's little ass need to stay a kid. Now, if Nathan would have rolled up here for Kat, I think I would have been more okay with it. But I ain't trying to be nobody's Drea, but I will say that Nathan is a looker. Okay, he is a little handsome little guy. Okay,
he is cute.
he's cute. But yeah, and then I didn't so yeah, just that whole thing. Tyrell, obviously we know he's still not at a place of forgiveness right now.
Right.
So he's not, and I was with him. I was like, yeah,
Which is understandable. Yeah, he remembers
you
everything.
right. And she's in like, oh, I just need a mom. And I love when June said, well, basically what we all thought and what Smitty said. Well, with all these women around you, Anita,
Right.
Naomi, Danny, all these,
Absolutely.
and you want to go to June for advice?
Right.
I thought that was low key like weird. But I said, okay, I get it. It's her mother, it's her bloodline. Like I can understand if maybe like you've been adopted or what.
Yep.
You want to feel that closeness to
Right.
whoever you're getting the advice from. So I understood that part of it. And like I said, I actually was very surprised at the advice that June gave her because I said we don't know nothing about June's history for real because we still don't know who their daddy is. But she came through, and I just think Samantha, like I said, unfortunately, I think it's going to end up in a date grape situation because she don't want to listen, and a hard head makes a very soft ass.
I hope that's not where they go with this because it's already their relationship is already so layered and complicated. And so, you have her adopted parents on the outs. The two of them aren't getting along with each of the other ones. Like, um, she was on Martin's side and wasn't on Smitty's side, so she goes to Martin, and now they're arguing over what Martin did with her, and then you have June who is like doubtful of whether she can be there well or should be there. Like she's having self doubt. It's so many things going on with them already, and I know I'm the person who called them the Smarty kids, right? Or
Right.
the Smarty family, but the story is not as annoying as some others. Um, and I do like what they did with it. I love that they drew Nicole and Anita into it as a way of sort of gathering around June because she has to get out of Jacob and Naomi. They don't know enough to
Right.
be advising her on taking care of children. They can advise her on, oh, you can get a job, you can get a home. But then when she needed to talk to her nearly grown child, no, that was out of their realm, right? Naomi and Jacob shouldn't be advising her on those sorts of things. So I did like that they brought Nicole back, to sort of go, hey, remember me? I can, be there. And then Anita can be the even older person that clearly June has not had in her life. I
Right.
like that dynamic, but I like it sort of to go slower because the fastness with which they said, this is your children. Oh, I know them. They're right down the block. Introduce them. I want to see my mother again. Like,
Right.
that was like at warp. That just happened 2 weeks ago, and we're already at the girl running out to see her mother again. It just happened so fast that I do think they can stand to slow this down a bit. And introducing a date grape is really not good in this circumstance because it's just too many layers. Who's gonna
Yeah,
deal with it?
you know what? The reason why I say that is because, and this is terrible, and I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking about like how things go, right? And like I feel like with Kat, I mean, you know how we saw with what's baby girl's name that had to learn a hard lesson, Chelsea,
Yeah.
and they were on her about the social media and da da da, and she wouldn't listen and da da da. And I think we're unfortunately Samantha's gonna have a life changing to make her like unfortunately make her grow up too fast.
Right.
Because I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't care what, and I ain't even think about that. That's not even on my topics to talk about, which is crazy. But thank you, Elaine, for being a good co-pastor as she is. Chelsea, I am loving this new like the character development on Chelsea right now is
Yeah.
winning for me
Yeah.
because, like our girl Sky used to say, yeah, she's your brainless unicorn. We all thought, she wasn't the smartest apple off the tree, especially in this, family of predominant people. However, it's sad that it took this tragedy and this like,
Right.
situation, but she came back and everything that come out her mouth, literally, whoever is writing for her, I
Right.
need them to go, and we'll get into that later because I love Amber Michelle, and I understand it's her point to be a villain, but whoever is writing for her is not doing her justice because you're writing her like she's stupid. But
Right.
we'll go into that later because I'm like I said, I got a bullet and her name is on it. Anything else to add with the Smarty kids, Tyrell? We saw Tyrell and Martin kind of make amends this week. They getting back to where they need to be, so I was happy to see that.
I also want to point out that I really do like Tyrell as an actor. I think he does.
Oh, I love Jaden. I love
he
Jaden.
does very well.
Yes. I love him. He does very, very well. I agree with you.
And Martin has improved greatly.
Martin has seriously improved. I agree with you 100. Like I ain't even got to ask what scene. I agree with whatever
he has. Like I feel like he's in the scene. I feel like he's feeling. He's not jumping ahead. He's not too. He used to overact. Like
yeah.
It was like barely contained. He gave off like the Incredible Hulk. Like at any minute he could rip off his clothes, and the angle was right there. But now he's just chill and mellow. When Smithy was screaming at him, like it looked like he wanted to go, okay, like
right.
Like, when you're in the middle of an argument and you don't want to argue, and you're just like, okay, I take it.
Right. So that goes, and I think that's a very good point to Kamar's comment. Is it me or did Smitty switch places with Martin? Smitty seems so paranoid and threatened by June and Martin, and Smitty was supposed to be more stable. And I'm gonna say this, Kamara, just going based off of when you have been in a long-term relationship, I think because we saw Smitty used to take it. Like I said, y'all can go back in my old recap. Smitty used to take it from Martin. And I think once the tables turned and Martin was in the wrong and he could hold him accountable, Smitty don't give up now, okay? He gonna say what he gotta say because Martin just want to be with him so bad that now Smitty knows there's nothing that he can do or say that's gonna push Martin away because Martin wants to be with him. Where I feel like it, to your point, it was the opposite because the way Martin used to talk to Smitty, I've been saying, scream and leave that man. Thank you so much, Blatant Truth, for the $4.99 super sticker. I really appreciate you, baby. But yeah, so for me, that I think that's the it is that the dynamic has changed because he's finally in the wrong, and he knew he had something to hold over Martin's head before. But you got to understand, Smitty was a stay-at-home dad. I hate to compare, but like it's almost like the man that works and he feels like all I have to do is financially provide. I gave you a house. I need you to take care of these kids, make sure these houses clean. I don't need no back talk. That's kind of how Martin used to treat Smitty. And now Smitty's up out of that. Right. He got a job. He like, nah, I got my independence back. These kids is damn near grown, but they still my kids and I still manage them. I'm still the pretty much primary parent. So no, you don't get to make decisions. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I really think that's gonna set Martin and Smitty back again. And it really feels like I hope they do something with this, because honestly, a lot of the storylines are starting to feel wash and repeat, because it literally feels like watching Ted.
Right.
It literally feels like watching Ted.
Right. Because Ted is nowhere, and I don't want him to be anywhere. I don't care.
Right.
That he's anywhere. Like,
Bless you.
Sorry. He's moved back. He has not been involved with any of his children at all. I said this before. He is completely unaware that Smitty and Martin are estranged. He has no idea what's going on with Kat outside of him making her train Eva. When was the last time he was in touch with Kat?
Right.
He didn't check.
But hold on. We gonna get there, because and Princess, don't usher me out my own establishment. You can't do that. But we gonna get on Nicole. We gonna get on Nicole. Her time is coming. I ain't gonna jump ahead, but we gonna get on Nicole. Go ahead, Elaine. I'm sorry. I just had to give it a disclaimer.
So this is where I was frustrated with the writing last week. They got us into these people and then had them completely behave outside of themselves, including Anita, including everyone. And then they throw in a scene like Leslie crying or being unhappy she rags on Anita in the earlier scene, and then later she's at the table going, I know I just ruined your daughter's life and ragged on you in the lobby and bragged, and I'm gonna tease you about buying the house across the street, and I'm doing all of these things. Can you tell me about my mother? And then Anita, who just was vitriolically mad at her.
Girl, you better say that word. I can't even say vitriolically mad. Girl, you better say that word.
I mean, she goes, okay, I'll tell you about your mother. Like, she just collapsed like a $2 suit. Who are these people on the screen? None of these people behave like the people we've known for the last 7 months.
I agree, because I was so mad. I said, Anita, not you having sympathy and grace for a bitch that they ain't had that for your own daughter, but now I see where Nicole get it from.
And so I'm just unclear who these people. Even Bill is behaving in a way outwardly, and so everybody's like, "Oh, I love Bill now. Oh my goodness, where's this guy been?" Because he's not behaving as they introduced him for the first 3 to 4 months of the show. And no, can people stay the same? But please tell me where. Okay, we got to know and like people for who they were. Now, Andre's not who he was, and is pining over mayonnaise. I on a bologna sandwich. I have no idea who anyone is on the screen. Eva was somewhat sympathetic. Now she is going after Tomas, and every conversation she has with someone affiliated with Kat, she brings up Kat.
I know. I hate it. I'm like, you have nothing else to talk about. She lives in your mind rent-free, just like Danny lives in Haley's rent-free. I said that.
You haven't seen Martin in 3 months since you were at his house doing his kids' hair. You then sit at the table and go, well, Kat is this, that, and the other. Who are you talking to?
Right. You don't know my sister. And I would have appreciated, even if he didn't get in the middle of it, if he would have just said, no shade, Eva. And even though him and Kat don't always get along the best, you don't
You're
really
not
know
gonna
my
talk
sister.
about my sister while I'm sitting here.
Or not even that, just you don't really know my sister. Like, I would have appreciated if he would have said, maybe you should take the time to get to know, like, take the high road, like they always talk about, since he's Mr. Calm now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I really would have appreciated if he would have just done some type of standing up for her, because I don't believe that Kat would have ever let that fly.
I mean, and we can even go to Vanessa and them for this. Like, Vanessa was this person that defended her husband and said, listen, this is what I'm doing on the side, but my husband is my husband. To the person who went out of town with the man but didn't go with her husband and then took off her ring because he said it at a different time of the day. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Girl, wait, look, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. So what do we think is gonna happen between Martin and Smitty? I think that's the real because yeah, things had they done flipped it and reversed it. And now Smitty out here threatening Malone. He act like Smitty act like
Yes.
he Vanessa's little brother or something.
Oh my God, what happened? So I do like Smitty with a little bit more backbone because Martin can just the dynamic in the marriage can't be one person running over the other. I do like him standing up for himself, but the whole you did me wrong and now I have to take everything I do to you is gonna run out.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what Smitty is doing with Martin. It's like, oh no, because so I'm a little mixed on what Martin did. I don't think Martin meant to be dishonest. And if the secret about the racist and all that happened 2 years ago hadn't come out, Smitty wouldn't be as angry with Martin about this thing as they are. In a marriage, in a relationship, when you have a child, one parent does do something with the child and then tell the other parent later. Now this is a major issue, but Martin didn't do this irresponsibly, which is why he brought his mother and Anita in, because he knew I don't have everything I need, I don't have the tools, so let me get people who may
Right.
be able to better advise me while still giving her what she wants, but I know her father is not gonna like this, but I'm still keeping her safe, right? I don't think he meant to like do something bad to Smitty. And
So
although I understand how Smitty saw it that way.
so I would piggyback because you actually made me think about something when I was listening to you. And what's crazy is that if you remember, Smitty he was all in his feels. That's how they ended up in the bedroom. Because I
Right.
tell y'all, that's why Nicole and Ted can't end up in the bedroom, because he's ignoring his kids. And nothing is sexier as a
Yeah.
parent when you
Then
see your
yeah,
spouse loving on your children.
you did say that. Yeah.
Yes. And so the fact that Smitty was like, oh, and he was like, I'm sorry, and I haven't really been there and I need to step up. So to your point, I would have thought that he respected it a little bit more, because he was there for the kids. And that's what Samantha wanted to do. And she confided in him, and he did. He was like, I told you, but yeah, like I had to give her some type of confidence in me. And Smitty just flipped it on him, was like, nah, that's what you do. You a liar.
And deal with this very sensitive thing with our girl child. She said she had a problem talking to the men, so I'm gonna go to the other man in the relationship so that we can both sort of bogart over her while she's asking for clear help. Like, now I disagree that I'm gonna jump over all the other women in my life and I'm gonna go to my crackhead mother who I just met 2 weeks ago. I completely disagree with that. But if we're gonna go with this premise that that she wants to speak to her mother, the other male in the relationship has a problem with it, and Samantha said, "You're two men." He didn't think they were equipped to give her everything she needed, so he wanted to create a space where she got what she needed in the safest environment, and he involved the women in their life as well. So
Right.
I'm not so mad at Martin, although I understood how Smitty could see this as you told me another lie. I was with him. I was like, well, he is right.
No, there was a Smitty had several points. I'm like, oh, you hit that, Smitty. I
I
was
was like,
like,
oh wow,
you did that,
who
but
is that?
there, I was like, yeah, that you might, okay, but I was just like, I don't know, because to your point, and it's so funny that you say that because it's actually happening now. But like, yeah, there are times where it's like, well, Dad said you can't watch TV, but you can watch you right now, so
Right. Yeah.
go upstairs and watch TV and turn the TV off at 11 o'clock
Right.
before Daddy comes home. Like, so it absolutely happens in parenthood, and I told my son, I said, and he was like, well, I don't want to get you in trouble with Dad. I don't want you to be on punishment.
You gonna be on punishment.
And I said, well, and I told him, and I said, well, I'll have to take accountability with Dad. But that's something that will work out as adults. But I said, I said, I gave you the permission because Mommy has something to do and I can't tend to you right now. So go watch TV. I love you. Right. But no, so no, it's funny, but I absolutely agree with you. So let's talk about this foolishness. I know we're gonna graze over this. Okay, hold on. Correct. I wanted to respond to this question. Has there been a scene with Nicole, knew Ted, Martin, and Kat? Not at all.
I believe there has.
Oh, correct.
Remember they were at the hospital and they were like, they all were at the hospital and was like, oh, are you guys going out? And they were like, no, we just happened to be here at the same time. It was, they had a scene, but it was quick,
okay,
sort of passing, but they were both, Nicole was not in the space to deal, and so she was like, no, that's not what is happening.
See, if Ted was smart, he would be doing the same thing. Kat, see, this is what I'm saying. Bill realized, oh, even if he didn't realize, he realized, oh, the end is the kids. Just like Danny realized that. So my thing is, Ted, if he was in tune to Martin and Kat and, hey, Nicole, I just want to talk to you about the kids, just that may be able to broach a conversation where they can talk about something else once, you get what I'm saying? But
right.
They can't even get there because he's so not in tune with it. And I'm telling you, as a mother, and I'm sure you understand, like, that is the most disgusting thing when you see a man
out his kids. So disturbed by him.
Right. So
he literally has no idea what Martin is going through. The last scene he had with Martin is him taking Martin out of the room when all of the men were there, and they were like, get him out of here. He took him out. We never saw them have a discussion about it, and we never saw them be together again. In the meantime, Martin has been with Belle several times. He's been with Vernon. He moved in with Vernon and them. When his marriage went on the rocks, and his father hasn't checked in at all. He's so uninvolved. He ran into June and doesn't even know who June is. Meanwhile, Anita know, Nicole know.
Right.
Naomi know, Jacob know, like all the Duprees all know. But he gonna stop by the house and go, I'm gonna tell Chelsea I'm her uncle. Did you see Chelsea yet? Anybody?
Right.
Did he run into Chelsea yet so he could tell?
Did you call her? Did you text her? Not, oh, Tiffany, you being funny. You being funny. You being funny forever, babe. You being funny. Don't do that. Yes, I was up here caping for Ted. Got me up there singing that love song. Kim Chive said, hello all. Smitty needs to step up to the plate because Martin had allowed a situation where a straight up stalker in their home and meeting with their daughter at the park. Well, there is that, M Chive. There is that. I think that's why he's so protective, because he's like, it's so many things that you haven't told me. So, ooh, you just sparked another perspective in my head. Mm-hmm. And this is why I like these lives, because you're right. If your secrets have put our kids in danger, I ain't got it to do for you to keep any more secrets from me, especially involving our kids. And because June is a former drug addict, she has abandoned her kids before. Damn, M Child, good job. You've actually changed my perspective on it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a very good point. Look at you. Okay. See, this is why I like to play advocate, because sometimes Look, a clock can be
Listen, I'm not
a broken.
stuck on most things. I'm not stuck on. So, and like I said, I'm like I understand, but ooh.
Right.
So, but I mean, if you look at it that way, he did put their kids in danger. So I don't trust you with the kids, especially. So, okay.
Blatant truth. You would, girl, don't look, I can't dock HR. Tiny Ted loves a good waitress. HR, that's inappropriate. That's in the handbook. Uh
He
Sean,
does though. Like, what
he
is
do. He love
what
him
is
a good
happening?
waitress. Look, now we know. Now we the beyond the gates. I'll know if next time we see Leslie and she's in a damn uniform.
She better be
Don't
in a waitress
don't
uniform.
don't tell me. Don't tell me that she didn't get that from me. Okay.
And y'all
Um.
can't tell me this direct dialogue is not coming in the script.
Right. Uh.
When because I did think they were testing June and Ted there.
Oh, you think they were testing the on-screen
I
chemistry?
do, and I would have actually rather him had a one night stand with June and not know who she is than to have him have a one night stand with Leslie, which is not really a one night stand when you had an affair with her. I don't care how many years ago, and you know you're gonna do it again because she's stalking you now.
Okay. Now
So
I
I
will say.
definitely saw something. Did you not see something with him and June?
Oh no, I seen that look. I seen that look. I said, "Oh boy." The way they lock eyes, that was chemistry. Like it's almost like, and I when like Danny and Bill get like it's like oh sparks, and you just know they have a you know what I mean. Even when they arguing, you can see the chemistry between them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
oh my goodness, that was like, oh, Bill, I was on Twitter going, they arguing, ooh, they arguing now.
Because that's what we like, and we'll get into that. That's what we like from Haley's dry ass. Um, but yeah, so that's all I got on Martin, Smitty, and
Yeah,
June. Y'all got anything else in the chat before we move on? Princess said Daphne said in an interview I saw this week that Keith and a couple of the other guys Kim tested with her for the role of Ted, and they asked her who she thought, and she said Keith. Oh, okay. Um, they were testing into, and I thought the chemistry was there. Okay.
mm-hmm.
I do not want Ted and June to get together. Okay, Shawnee B.
Mm.
They said, well, yeah, because we can't have grandpa being stepdaddy. That would be weird.
Right. It
Um,
is weird, but at least she would be. Um. No, is she in the same age group? No, she wouldn't because
I heard
if
that too, Princess, that they're on another show together and they're very hot and steamy. That's what I heard.
yeah, I heard they did do another show together.
It's about time new Ted have chemistry with the woman because he don't have it with Leslie or Nicole. Well,
New
that
Ted does, and I think New Ted does have it with Nicole, although we haven't experienced the full extent of it. I saw it in the video though, but I don't think he has chemistry with Leslie at all. Leslie overwhelms him.
and I was so loved, and this is so off the beaten path. But since we're so off the beaten path, we're doing purses. We got Febreze, we got Ty. I'm just wondering why did they not put I know they maybe because of copyright and whatever they couldn't show the video, but like Ted should have at least been able to be at the country club singing or at Uptown singing to Nicole and singing his Forever Babe. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
I
think they
felt
should have played it while he was still cleaning in his hotel
because
room.
they just played the beat.
Whereas they
They
just
really
played
just
the musical part and
right.
not his voiceover at the end while when she finds out, like when she gets the tie. And that was just like that's when you want to play the song you wrote
Right.
for
And
her. Like
my thing is it's actually a very, very good song. It's awesome. I'm sure he would release copyright or whatever so he could get more exposure. But that man can sing. And I was like I told you, I was on repeat. And it's a very good song. And so I was
yeah.
just like, it's crazy that I feel bad for him that he's on such a large platform and they gave him like they were like, we'll give you a little bit, but they kind of cut him short, I feel a little bit.
But he's getting play because his video has almost 1 million views
Oh, okay,
on
good.
YouTube. It had 10,000 after like the first 12 hours. So he is definitely getting play. I know I bought his song when he posted the song, not the video on Twitter. because I'm friends with him on Twitter. So when he posted and said I wrote this song, it's inspired by Ted and Nicole. I was like, let me listen to it, and I immediately purchased it on iTunes because I liked it. So when the video came out and he had her in the video, I was like, okay, dude, I love this.
Okay, Elaine, the people in the chat over here having a whole conversation. They said they want to see a Leslie versus June. They
Ooh.
because they feel like if June and Ted hook up, that's what I'm seeing in the chat.
Mm.
They said they want to see a Leslie versus June, and they said they mouths is hot and they can go back and forth with each other. And that's one thing, June. Y'all know she,
Yes,
and you
she
know,
is.
but you know what? I'm not okay with because you know Leslie's slick ass mouth. She'll do it. She'll be like,
She'll say something mean and nasty to her.
she'll tell her she a crackhead. She'll
Yeah,
tell her. I
yeah.
see it happening. I don't know how CBS gonna get it through, but she'll tell her she a crackhead.
So, and this is my problem with Leslie. They have to reform her in a better. Reforming her doesn't mean giving her money and keeping her attitude and behavior the same.
I agree.
Who are her friends? She has none.
Mona
Like,
and Jan.
but she can't just be this one note person who's nasty and mean to everyone, manipulating even her child. What? Someone's gonna come up with a plot to get her too. Like, this just makes no sense. I understand they want somebody to like be a nemesis of the Duprees, but this one makes no sense because she doesn't have any likable qualities. And this is the thing. You could say the same thing about Joey, but Joey is a powerful man in his own right. This woman was not. She was somebody who came to take advantage of the family and take them down, and you've managed to allow her to do so.
I agree.
Can we discuss how she got $1 million check and she is living in a $750,000? She bought a $750,000 home that she claimed she paid double the price for, so that would be 1.5 million. She just bought a condo for her daughter. She rented a condo for the person who raised her. She gave Ted $50,000 back. She went on a shopping spree. Somebody got to tell me where this money is coming from. She's building an athletic center. She got $1 million check.
So look, Chandra said they setting up Leslie for a really hard fall. Now, I will agree with you, and it was funny because when you posted it, and I said, "Girl, you better run them economics," because everybody know that is not. If you live in the DMV, you know 450K won't get you a lot here. It might get
No,
you a townhouse here somewhere in a somewhat decent neighborhood. So
but
you
not in
talk
a gated community.
not in a gated community. So to your point, and honestly, it's 750, but most gated communities are like mill, like just
Yes.
off break. And so
I'm
yeah,
lowballing, trying to give her something.
right, trying to give us something, and then you dishing out all this money to everybody else, and you think in the next 6 months you gonna get $1 million. And so I don't know what her game plan is, but the math wasn't mathing for me either. And I said, girl, rent is high and groceries are high.
And your
Eggs
credit's
are
not
eggs are still
good.
high.
So, okay, say you didn't buy the house outright. So you got a mortgage. What bank is going to be like, oh no, let's give her a mortgage and we'll trust that she can pay for it? Like, yes, your trust will speak up for you to a certain extent and they will guarantee to pay the bill, but not all of these things. Not for every. She's going to give them money for an athletic center. Dude, I work for a college. I don't think y'all know what an athletic center costs. It's 25 million or higher for an athletic center. What is she contributing to the athletic center? So I mean, I'm just unclear where they're going with this. Trees. Boo. Did we lose streaks?
No, I'm sorry. I'm over here talking muted. I'm over here talking to my damn
Wait,
self.
what happened?
Because I was like, I was wondering why you didn't stop because I was like, blatant truth. I had addressed her comment, and I was like, speaking of Jan, who knew she was cleaning Vanessa's house? I didn't know
Oh
that.
my goodness, that was a new piece we got today. Because I was like, wait, Jan speaks to Vanessa when they
Right.
started talking. I was like,
Which
wait,
it makes sense to me why her and Mona are friends because they both work for people
for
beyond the
two
gate. So yeah,
friends, yeah.
right. So, but back to your point is yeah, Leslie, all this money, that's not how it works in the DMV. That's not how things operate. And now I was like, really? Like, okay, she's just dishing out money, but eventually and then we didn't see her. I think I would love to see them bring her down on bad checks. Like I
Mm.
would love Jacob, Deputy Do Good, to go arrest her because she wrote too many bad checks. Because you can't cover them.
I would love for her to be brought down by other people outside of the Duprees since they seem so averse to bringing people down.
It's not that, it's their Barbara. And I just that's why
I'm
I didn't like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's why I didn't like that whole tie in because I felt like she needed to get taken down. And like I said, with the whole Anita situation, it kind of pissed
And
me
so
off.
now you have Anita being sympathetic to the person who hurt her daughter as well as said, like, who? I remember she said, "No, you're not really. You really angry at Leslie and Eva and Ted, and you're just taking it out on other people." Okay, who you mad at, Anita?
Right.
Because you're not taking it out on Leslie now either. Even though you told Nicole that she's really mad at her. So what you gonna do, Anita? I know you
Oh,
guilty, but this is crazy.
look, Princess said they just making stuff up. So Kamara said, look, June is from the streets, just like Anita. So if Leslie, who is from the streets, goes after June, June would try to be a lady at first, but then she'll jump Leslie and it'll be on. Any takers? I'm on it. Now
I
I
don't
didn't even
want
I
it
ain't even
either.
hold y'all until the chat started talking about a June. I saw it, but I didn't think, and I thought it was just like, oh, lovely advice and whatever. But I did see the chemistry. I did. I can't lie about that. But I didn't think the writers were going to make this a thing. But if y'all think they are gonna make, and I ain't mad at y'all throwing y'all lines out there, you might catch something. I ain't mad at you.
Right.
But I didn't see it. I wouldn't have thrown my worm out there for it.
Yeah.
But I could see it happening. I could see how it'd be good because they both from the, like you said, they both from the streets. And June ain't want to be played with. And if she likes somebody, she likes them. But that would be weird because that's also Nicole is Samantha's grandmother. That would be weird AF.
Right.
And that would be another person. We've seen Anita become compassion to her and empathetic to her. That would be another person that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, that would be wash, rinse, and repeat, which I don't want to see.
Right. We've seen it. Her do it with Bill. I hate Bill. I hate Bill. Although she returns back to hating Bill quite often.
Right.
But like this whole thing this week wound up being Bill's fault. Wait, what did Bill do? Well, it was Bill's fault. Let me change that. Bill did drive uh drive Danny to drinking and over reacting and all that. She is correct that Bill is at the bottom of this pile with this marriage with Andre, um but
Y'all,
I
okay,
mean
hold on, Elaine. I'm sorry. Y'all welcome Lady Webbs. She is new. Y'all let her know she is family. Give her a warm welcome. Welcome to the chat. We discuss everything beyond the gates. Usually it's a membership only, but I do it once a month for everyone. And you are lucky that you are here for it. And yes, we talk everything beyond the gates, girl. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, go ahead, baby.
welcome Lady Webbs. um I I I just think that just like she came around with Bill, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you until I don't hate you anymore. And so why are we believing Anita either? Like this is what was wrong with last week for me. I'm all turned around.
Okay.
What did you think of Anita's turnaround with Anita with Leslie and then this week?
So when you say this week, what do you mean? Because all I've seen, or from what I saw, she's just been the same. Oh, because I saw what really stuck in my mind was, oh, I hate to admit that I connected with her somehow, some way, right? But at the end of the day, like, yeah, I gave her the information. She hopes she goes on. She knows she gonna move across the street. So did I miss something? Let me know. Did I miss something this week? That
I don't like that she was nice to her at all.
Oh, no, no,
At
no.
the
That's what I'm saying.
at
No,
the
my
same
thoughts on
moment,
that is
yeah,
I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I thought it was terrible. I again, I there is something and so sorry, princess. I'm gonna give it to you. Not you, but Nicole. I don't know, and I that's why I said I think Nicole gets it from her mother, and I don't know if that's where she gets her nurturing and therapeutic spirit, and it's beautiful. But I'm and where I am in my life, I'm all about like caring for myself and making sure I'm good. And what I've noticed is that Anita and Nicole, and maybe that's a learned behavior that Nicole has that she's picked up from Anita, where I'm gonna play strong, I'm gonna hold my pain close, I'm gonna
right,
act like I'm okay, but real talk, I have my own stuff going on, but I'm so busy worried about because Naomi got it too.
yeah,
They're all so worried about other people and
right,
instead of and that's why I think I love the Danny because no, I'm just worried about me and my life is in
right.
shambles. I ain't got time to be in your business. You know what I mean? Like if you invite me in it, like when Nicole invited her in with Ted, you know what I'm saying? But that's just not her MO. So that's kind of like I see it being passed down and it just sucks. And I don't know if they're because I know some people want Nicole and Leslie to be sisters. And so to me, that was the only
That was stupid. That would be stupid.
that would be stupid, but that was the only reason why I could think that we have that moment. But then it was like, oh, but I don't want that because if that happens, then obviously Vernon has done something, and then we have a again wash, rinse, and repeat storyline.
right.
So no, so that's why I just tried to chuck it off that like Anita was being really nice one day, and she felt and she tapped into her guilt for Barbara, which is crazy because she knew that's what she came there to do,
Right.
and said, "I'm not gonna let you manipulate
Yeah.
me," and she let her do it. And so it was beyond me. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was beyond me.
And then this week they do this whole let me press Andre about something that the another party was involved in. Like what? Like I I didn't like what they did with Andre this week either.
Andre get on my damn nerves. I told you that.
I
I
mean, he
told
does get on your nerves, but he didn't deserve to be dragged across the crows while you didn't say anything to Danny. They still haven't
Oh
done
yeah, yeah,
anything
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I if I was Andre, I would have been real respectfully. Anita and Vernon get up by my face. But I understand he's younger. He's been around them because he's Nicole's nephew and whatever. But I don't. I
it. And they
didn't,
thought they could intimidate him.
and that's why I didn't like it.
But Nicole was in it on it too. No offense, princess.
And Nicole was in on, and then I was like, Nicole, and this is what I'm talking about. Worry about what? Where is Ted with your kids? Where's Kat? Where's Martin? What's going in? What's going on with your family? You and even like when she came into the situation with Vanessa, and she was like, "Yeah, so Danny da 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 da,"
Oh my
and
god, so tattling. Like, what is happening here? Like,
I said Nicole's a straight snitch. I would never do no crime with Nicole ever,
she did
ever.
tattling.
Like I ain't even gonna hold you. They so that like everybody. She's so mad nobody told her about the Martin situation, bitch, because you're a snitch.
Oh my
Like you're a true
god.
snitch. You can't hold water.
I was like, what is happening here, Nicole? Let me show you what I found. Like, what is happening? That was so snitchy. I damn sure would have punched my sister in the face.
What did Princess say? Princess said respectfully, Elaine is not any more stupid than the Princess Cat and Evil Angel as you came up with. Respectfully. Oh, respectfully, she's so funny.
I got you, princess.
Shawnee, I agree with you. Why are we taking people in and they disrespecting our child? And that's why I said about the Nicole and Eva and
Yeah,
Kat situation.
because she's doing the exact same
Exact
thing that
same thing.
Anita's
She's
now
doing
doing.
the exact same thing. And that's
The
why I
exact
said
same
I
thing.
hope we don't see a repeat of storylines because that's what it's looking like to me.
Right.
We're seeing the exact same behavior. I want to see the power of Duprees be exposed at some point. Because where is it?
Yeah, I don't see the power. The power is not powering.
Blatant Truth wants to know why is Andre always running down to the hospital like that? I don't know.
This pop up Andre, yeah. At the and now he did all of
Because he
this.
has
He got
PME.
married. He
He
got
has
married
a
to Danny,
condition.
and now he's at the hospital going, you don't want Derek. Boy, you whole married.
Thank you, my co-host, for segueing into our next segment. What the are we gonna do with Derek?
Boy.
Now I tried to give Derek some grace because at first I said, okay, it's not you, it's Ashley. Right? But now you giving me Haley vibes. Like you giving me Andre vibes. You giving real PME. Okay.
Yeah.
So you gonna fake a whole. So what is the end game? You gonna fake a whole paralysis, even though you feel.
Mm-hmm. And
In
he
order,
getting
in
worse
order
and
to
worse
keep
with
him, in order to
his
keep him.
nastiness.
What happened?
He's getting worse and worse with his nastiness. The more people find out, and the more he has to like press them into keeping the secret.
Y'all, I don't know. I can't co-sign for Derek no more. Derek weird. I'm with Jacob on this. I'm with Deputy Do Good on this one. I gotta do good. That's weird. That's weird, y'all. I can't like if you get feeling back in your legs and I can know that you can we can as we a couple we get married, the last thing I want to do is think I'm gonna get married to you and you ain't got no feeling down there. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
everything else went fast. I wonder if they're gonna bring this wedding fast.
Look, she's so funny. Princess said, look at the Ursher trying to Ursher us out of this subject. Look at the Ursher, all her duties. She said, we don't give a damn. Let's go, move on. Lady Webb said, look, I'm sorry, I'm new, but I said the same damn thing. I hate that. I love y'all. I love y'all. Shade Spot. I love my chat. Y'all are so funny. But no, y'all. I'm trying to figure out. It's like with Haley with the fake baby. Like, where are we going with this? So I said in my last recap, and Elaine, maybe because you're a good soap historian, and maybe y'all in the chat can help me. I felt like there was a story I saw where the man was supposed to be in a wheelchair or he couldn't walk. And then they got to the altar and he stood up at the end of it and he was walking down the aisle. And the bitch was like, bitch, you walk? And I said, that's literally what I see for Derek.
That's
But I
happened
understand the
several times.
man is supposed to be on the end of the aisle. So I said, how could that could have? So I was like, maybe I had it wrong. But I think that, like he said today, he think he just gonna pop up and show ninjas. And he just gonna stand up and be like, hey, Ashley, we married and it's gonna be cool. And I think Ashley's gonna be like me, where I wear my emotions on my face. And he gonna stand up and she gonna be like, how long you knew how to do that?
Exactly. It's gonna change the fact that she's gonna feel like she don't have to marry him. Because she don't have to feel sorry for him. In the meantime, he think he gonna give her something, but I don't think he thinks he's gonna give her something. I think he knows he's using this. I'm not willing to paint him with the paintbrush that he's altruistic, he still loves her. I think he loves her, but he loves her with a love that doesn't care about her anymore. Because to do this to somebody and she's feeling sympathetic and to use it, he knows what he's doing. So now I was feeling kindness for Derek when he went out with Shanice, and she dissed him like 3 times in his face, like, stop asking me to marry you. And so
Right.
then I was like, all right, Derek, move on, because this is just embarrassing. And I felt like she was being cruel. So I really disliked Ashley. Now I just dislike Ashley and Derek.
Blatant truth. You're HR, ma'am. I do not care about Derek getting
Wow, she's on a wheelchair.
You're HR. You're the HR director. You're the church secretary and the treasurer. Right, true.
Jacob worrying about the wrong thing.
I think that now that we know, and not to jump ahead, but now that we know that Naomi might be pregnant, which I told y'all that was coming. I told y'all that. I did say that. I said a baby, whether she made it clear she didn't want kids.
She did. And so why is this happening? This is their argument. How they're gonna have
issues. Yeah, this is the breakdown, I think, of their relationship, because I think that the two of them, again, they're involving themselves so much in everybody else's business. But now Ashley's gonna be like, oh, but a baby is so nice, and da da da. And are you just doing it because Jacob wants to do it? And like, she's gonna be able to flip it on Naomi.
But I don't think. See, I think the problem is gonna come in her not wanting to do it, and I don't think she's gonna pretend that she wants it, and that's where the problem's gonna come.
Oh no, I agree, but I think she's gonna go through with it.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna have a baby. I think something will happen to their baby, and then she will be like, "Ooh, what a relief!" And he's gonna be like, "You wanted our baby to die."
Oh my god! Oh, because you did
also a whole 9 months.
Oh, okay, because you did say that they were gonna have conflict. You did say they were gonna. That does say that. When I saw that preview today, I said Treese called it. Well, I tried. Y'all would think I was in the writer's room, and they just be in my head.
Yeah, hello, but you said that Haley was still her baby, which could still be possible.
Because Haley is dying for. I was getting ready to get. Thank you, co-pastor. Yeah. Thank you for getting into the next part of the sermon. It can still happen, and Haley can fake another pregnancy and still another baby. Okay, it can absolutely happen, and it could be Naomi's baby, and maybe Naomi gives it up. Is Naomi gonna be pissed when she finds out Jacob knew about Derek having feelings in his legs? Absolutely, because that's fooling Ashley the same way Shanice feels a way about it, and she only. Mm-hmm. I mean, she worked with Ashley, but she don't like her like that,
right? And Deputy Duga makes a point to say we do not keep secrets, and so I just realized I can't keep this a secret from my wife. And even when they do keep secret, remember when Vernon gave her $1 and said, "Now you're my counsel." She told him, and then my grandfather gave me $1, and she said, he was like, "Those darn Duprees," and I was like, "You gotta stop talking about my family,
right?
Like I was Naomi,
right? Like I'm coming to the family reunion.
You gotta stop talking about my family." Because even when they were telling each other the truth, she was like, "Okay, this means I can't tell you this part." And so they're even truthful about things that they can't say to each other, Right. Which is admirable, but boring on the soul.
I don't like the way Derek spoke to Shanice. I don't like it either. But you know what? You know what? Derek gonna run and find out, because Ashley don't want him. And I would. That's why I said I see, for some reason, a wedding scene, something going on, because he's gonna fake this. Yeah. And again, we still ain't got through, y'all. The year is going by so fast. We are coming up on Thanksgiving episodes. I want to know what Thanksgiving is going to look like.
Right, and where's everybody gonna be?
Because we know Kat ain't gonna be with Tomas. maybe Eva will be somewhere with him in Puerto Rico or something like that. And matter of fact, that leads into my next Eva, Tomas, and Kat. Even though I think we kind of touch on that, but this heifer keep coming off of coming after her sister man, and
She
her
was
mama encouraged it today. That man,
she is so if Eva was honest, the reason why she keeps going to Thomas for books and stuff is because she wants him. And she didn't want to be honest about it. I think her first instinct was to go, I'm not gonna be like my mother. But everything after that conversation when um, she said goodbye to him. The very next day, it was nothing but, hey, we can be friends. I understand. And every conversation is, so how's Kat today? And how's Kat today? How about today? What about today? And so she can say until the cows come home, I'm this perfect person that can criticize Ted for going back and doing this with my mother. She's gonna be the exact same because she only knows one way to be.
I agree. I agree. That's why I said the apple don't fall far from the tree.
She has not witnessed a healthy relationship, and the healthy relationship that she claimed she saw was built on lies for 2 months while she was lying and cheating in their house. And so I don't believe anything Eva says. She is easily manipulated, and she can't be trusted. Even though she has moments of kindness and sweetness, it's filled with manipulation.
I agree. So Shawnee B had a good question. I'll let you. Thank you, Shawnee B, for being a great virtual co-host. Did y'all talk about how horribly corny the drunk Vegas wedding was? All right. So thank you for segueing into that. I appreciate you, virtual
Yes.
co-host. Shout out to you. Um, so I'm just gonna say, I personally, other people, I'm gonna let Elaine speak on it because I guess some other people found joy out of it and like entertainment. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I was sitting there watching it, I'm thinking about going back. I was like, how do I make this funny and interesting for y'all? And that's why I made it very short, cute, because I was like, this, and fine, that's what you want to do. Um, I just think they could have got married and I thought she was supposed to be on Bold and the Beautiful. I'm confused.
No, the guy from the no, she's going, yeah, she's going to Ridge. She's gonna be on there at some point, but
Oh, but it wasn't on this show.
yeah, she's gonna go over to Bold at some point. I think she's gonna go over to Ridge, but Ridge isn't coming to us. But she's gonna go over as Danny.
Not say I say Eva, get him, girl. Lady Webbs, where are you? But
So I actually liked, so in soaps they do this as comic relief, but also soaps can be very campy, and this was very campy. Because it got the big person Anita involved, and she got to do something fun and outrageous, out of character. We would never have accepted Anita doing this as Anita, and she got to have some fun. The actress Smarty, and so and who else would have been able to do this? And we sort of take it seriously, right? Danny is outrageous and crazy. She's already semi a drunk, and
right.
she got Andre into it because Andre is easily influenced by Danny because she's the stronger character in the relationship. And so I actually was fine with this. I did think it went on 3 days and it was too long to go on that. I mean, we didn't need to see these people drunk for 3 days and then so I think it went on too long, but I did like them being drunk and sort of doing something outrageous and waking up, sort of going, "What did we do?" And then when the day they woke up, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, when they woke up and was like, "Oh well, we gotta deal with it. You ready? I'm ready. All right, husband. All right, wife." It was like, "All right, we two grown people. We gonna deal with it. We know what we gonna do. It's all good. Nobody gotta know." Now that didn't actually happen, but the way they dealt with their irresponsibility of being drunk and sort of I was fine with it. I just think it went on too long.
I'm sorry, I have the domestic errors here. Okay, it's almost 11, so you turn it off at 11 o'clock. So that's 2 minutes. You turn it off in 2 minutes. No, yeah, yeah. You do. That's what you do. You turn the TV off in 2 minutes. Okay. Right now. Yeah. I have to do it right now. Yeah. Well, it's 2 minutes, so by the time you get upstairs, yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
2 minutes,
Technical,
like right now.
right? Like right now, like Elaine has met my son. She understands what I'm
Two
dealing with.
minutes, like 30 minutes from now, or 2 minutes, like now.
No, but I told him an hour and a half ago. I was like, "You're gonna have to turn it off at 11."
That
Um,
sounded negotiable, though.
right, and he's negotiating. Damn it. Um, the Eva Cat and Tomas, I'm completely disgusted. Like I said, I just don't like her.
Yes.
Coming at her, she knows what it is regardless, and you should try to find somebody else.
And so does he. This is disgusting.
And I don't like the fact that every time she gets with him, you know what I mean? Like,
It's poor.
Cat is
Her
on her
experience.
brain.
Who wants to? Your first experience was bad. Your second experience was bad. Your third experience was
Who
bad.
said that? So somebody
No.
said something in the chat about that, and I thought that was really okay. Thank you, Kamara. You said it. Kat isn't ready for a mature relationship. She handled the dinner date wrong. She doesn't know her own body well enough to ask Tomas to help. I agree with you. And I know that might be unpopular opinion, but I've been saying it and I've been screaming it, and I love me. I'm always, I went and bought a whole damn bag. Okay. I am always team Kat. But please understand that everybody can get it over here, and I can recognize that unfortunately Kat is immature in that sense, and that's why she got defensive and was like, oh, you need a more experienced woman, and he didn't say that, but that's what you're thinking. And the reality is you don't really like him. You're not connecting with him
See, I
emotionally.
think that's the major problem, that they
That's
don't
the
like
major
each
problem. And she
other.
was like, well, my heart. And I was like, but is it really, Kat? Because every
Yeah.
time you talk to this man, it's about the trauma you're going through. So that's why when she was like, let me be good again. And I thought, so to Eva's point, and I hate to give Eva any type of kudos, but to Eva's point, when she was like, stop focusing on the sex and focus on, because I thought Tomas would have taken that time to like, all right, let's regroup. Let's, get back to why we like each other versus the bedroom, because we know that's not what it's hitting for. You know what I mean? But that's not what
He
it
said,
is.
let's reset, and went back to the bedroom. Just in
Right.
another bedroom. Like,
Because he's Rico Suave, and he thought that, like, yeah, I'm gonna put it down. You're gonna fall in love. Like Brandy said, he thought that's what was gonna happen.
I don't think she wants Tomas. I don't think Tomas wants her. I think they're both stuck on, okay, we got to make this work because we tried to make it work. And so I don't think either of them, I think when the right person comes along, Cree will fall into bed and be fine with it. I don't think it has to do with her immaturity. I think it's Tomas and her. They shouldn't be together. And this is forced. Both of them are forcing it.
I agree with you. I just don't. I do think that Eva and Tomas are the better fit. I bet you Eva gonna leave that joint thinking that Tomas did the things. He did everything. He flipped her up, put her down, did all the things. But
I
Kat
think
just
Kat feels inappropriate because in this moment she can't please him and she can't make it work, and so she feels inappropriate because she's inexperienced. But I don't think she's immature to want a good experience.
no.
Um,
What I mean is like immature in the fact that you can't have a conversation about it. That's what bothered me. I ain't gonna hold you, you know, okay, she don't end up right. And I've been that girl where like I ain't got mine, but you got yours, and I popped off. But as I'm older, I'm like, okay, if that's somebody that you're serious with and that's a relationship, that's a conversation that you need to be able to have. And the fact that she can't even be mature enough to have the conversation,
but I
just
don't think she can have a conversation with him because she seems fine talking to Chelsea and Jacob about it. And so if you could ask Jacob that in a room full of cops, I don't think I don't think the subject is uncomfortable for you. I think it's uncomfortable with him with her.
Well, that's because she just don't like him.
Exactly. So if you can have the conversation with someone else about him, then I think you're fine having the conversation. You just don't want to talk to him about it. It's
All
him.
right, let's
It's
get a
not
mail.
me, it's you. You know how you go, it's not you, it's me. No, it's not me, it's you.
Jeremy, I love your male perspective. I think the truth is that Tomas and Kat are both angry at each other, but they're trying to carry on based on their initial. That's what it is. They're dating each other based off the representative that they met.
All right, Jeremy.
I appreciate you coming through with a male perspective. I really appreciate that,
Yeah.
Jeremy. But all right, so we got through it, Eva, and we know she gonna throw the cootie at him. Um, I think we already talked about as Eva, Leslie, and Peaches, and her moving on up, moving into the house. We did that. We did Andre, Danny, and Bill. What's going on with Haley? I think she gonna fake another pregnancy. I think we talked about that a little bit, but
So the sort of previews for the month of September and this fall says something about somebody is gonna pose a danger. Somebody in Haley's life will pose a danger to Bill. And I think this whole um Doug thing will cause Randy to get angry and start going after Bill. And so while I initially thought she would try to do something to keep him like do another fake pregnancy, I think she's gonna be all wrapped up in the fact that he's paying attention to Danny, but also Randy, who I believe they are related, will start to go after Bill because he will suspect that Bill has something to do with Randy, given that all of a sudden he met with him and then all of this happened.
oh no. So well, look, Randy did outlive Doug. Damn. If he got a whole nother plot line with Haley, kudos to you, Randy.
Randy was in the end of season 1 celebration going into season 2, which happened
Okay.
in December, which happens after the taping of December episodes. So Randy is still around in December and claims to still be in season 2.
Randy will turn back into Sammy. That's outspoken diva. Are Randy and Haley brother and sister for some reason not making it public? I don't know. We don't know what they are. At first,
Right.
some people speculated that was his baby mama, but I said, but where's the baby? If Randy ain't got the baby, she ain't got the baby. Who got the baby?
Right.
So it can't be that. All right. Vanessa and Joey, y'all. So y'all know I've been rooting for Vanessa and Joey, but then when I realized that he used her in his unaliving plot and then flew her out so they could have alibis, I said, "Oh, you a different type of ninja."
Right.
I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that. That's a different type of like. And what made me so mad is because Doug was like, "I just want a second honeymoon." He offered her that same. Now, man,
Right.
he may not have been putting it down like
Yep. I'm busy.
I'm busy. I can't do that right now. Today
Yep.
is not that day. That's what she told him. But
Jumped at this one.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I do love Puerto Rico. I do love Puerto Rico. It's nice. It's nice. But I don't know. That was special. That was special. And then to be on the trip, on the affair, and you get the call that your husband is unalive. I would feel like the is person in the world. And
Just finished the glow. Just
right.
finished. Like,
I would have told Joey, like, when he came to Uptown, I would have told Joey, like, Joey, really? Like, please go away. Like, I feel so guilty right now.
not
But
her.
not her. Not her. Now, don't get me wrong. Our girl was, I can't pronounce her last name right, but Lauren was a Belugi, but what, however you pronounce it, I apologize if I butchered it. But she did her damn thing this week. Because when I tell you, I said I didn't give a damn about Doug dying. But
Yeah.
when that girl had me damn near in tears, because and we knew she didn't give a damn about Doug when he was on the show. But she had me, I said, oh,
She
girl, that
did.
was some good acting.
Though
That was
she was
some good.
voted the performer of the year by Soap Opera Digest or something.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that. I
she
saw that.
she
She
got
did.
performer of the week. Performer of
Yeah,
the
the week. I was like gonna say, not say year, because we've had
yeah,
better.
of the
I
week.
love
Yeah.
her, but we've had much better performances. But yeah, that was a good one.
So what took me out of this sort of storyline of supporting any of them is the day before um when Doug called her and was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then Joey knew he was on the phone and spoke up in the background. He was so tore up. He said, um, you know, I wanted to talk to the only person in the world who could tear me down. And that's what you did. And the fact that that was their last conversation, I don't got it for Vanessa no more. I think I was fine with Vanessa because she had this pretend thing. I don't understand the relationship. How this is okay and I'm, but you said you was going to sleep with in the bed with him. You said that, Vanessa.
Right.
I didn't I don't get it, but you said I'm always going home to him. But to have him say that to you on the phone and you don't rush home, you don't go see about him, you stay where you are and continue the night with this guy and get the news the next day after performing with him and yelling and screaming. Like I I the last words that he muttered to you is how he loved you and how you treated him and how brokenhearted he was. I just, the actress did a good job, but I don't got it for Vanessa anymore. And
Oh, okay, okay. I understand your feelings. Um, I just see. I guess because I've always been. I felt like Doug took it. He allowed it. Like, and I'm not saying that it makes it right. I hear everything you're saying. Um, but he took it. He allowed it. And I just feel bad because now she's sitting back with guilt. And it's like, but this, because I don't know, like, this past week, they make me feel like Vanessa's been a hoe. Like,
yeah.
and I'm not trying to be funny, like, but I feel like she's been a hoe. And like, the way they're like, oh, and her community hips, and she's been around because she always keeps saying Doug's thing was never sex.
I'm making it sad, Princess. It's sad. I'm making it. She said, I'm making it sad.
No, I feel like every way they painted her, they've made it seem like she was with Doug because she liked him and they got together when they were younger. But like once Doug stopped D'ing her down, she decided to move on and do other things, and they was just gonna stay together. And it sounds like she's been doing this for a while, like even before the kids left the house. And that's why her son's so upset.
So no, I got the impression up until this week that their relationship was how they agreed. But I think seeing her in that room with him, and they never addressed that, right? That he walked in on them when and Joey smiled at him. I don't think he ever said anything to them as he saw them in the room. Um, sort of going at it in the casino room. He just went in this other direction. And so I understand the drinking and it because it's one thing to know she cheats and she sees other men. It's a whole other thing to see it,
Yeah,
especially after she told him, I'm not seeing him anymore.
right.
He then put a tracker on her, found her, and she had lied to him. So I think the issue is Vanessa had crossed the line that the two of them hadn't crossed before, even in their unconventional relationship. And and she kept crossing it this week, right? I understand he was drinking. You don't got to deal with that, and so walk out. But when he called you and he was brokenhearted like that, like she was crying on the phone with him the night
Oh no,
before.
blatant truth, y'all. Okay, I hear what you're saying. So Shawnee said, yes, Trees, he got her in that predicament. It was a punk all the way through. That's how I felt. But Blatant Truth said Vanessa has been warned from the gate that her hot box caused Doug's passing. Miss me with the tears. Y'all just saying, I loved it. I personally, she did a great, amazing performance. I just got to give the actress her things. But as far as her being so lonely, brokenhearted, like I think that because again, we knew she told him, "Oh, well, you don't win much," like or something before he left. That was her last words to him. Like I wouldn't count on it or something like that. So I know she felt bad, and if you think about it in a real life situation, but no, her and Doug were not in love. They loved each other. They had kids together. They had a family, but they were not in love. And clearly, if she was on a whole trip with a man, they clearly were not that in love. That's what that says to me. And then that the whole man is there after the passing of your husband.
And continuously, like today's show ended with Nicole walking in and seeing you hugged up with him again in the club. Like I'm just and she and at this point, right, the audience knows that she's hugging the man who did this. And so you not only look like you were cruel to him, you look stupid to boot. Because at every other situation, when it was them dealing with the racist guy, she was like, I know what you're doing. I'm not a fool. I'm going to stand at this table with you. She knew everything. Now, all of a sudden, the setup is for her and she don't know nothing. She not asking him no questions. She not saying, why all of
Well,
a sudden you want to go out of town? She don't have no questions. So, to me, Vanessa is being a useful idiot in this circumstance because all of a sudden your questions have turned off while you treat Doug like a piece of crap on the floor. And while maybe you think he deserves that because he clearly had an alcohol problem during their marriage and he clearly had a gambling issue during their marriage, one of the things Doug always said was, I don't cheat on my wife. And so their vices were different. Not that that makes it any less cruel what they're doing to each other, but
oh no, I'd rather you fuck up a bottle of bourbon than fuck another bitch. I absolutely would rather do. Yeah, yeah. If it's my vote, y'all let me know in the chat. Is it a vote? Would you rather him a bottle of bourbon or vodka or a bottle or tequila or another bitch? Because I would much rather him do that. But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I just
But
think
I was never.
if it wasn't for the conversation they had the night before, I may not feel so strongly, but I just feel like he went out with not a kind word from her, and
So
that hit me. I think Vanessa's tears hit you, but him going out without kind words from the woman he says he always loved, he still was in love with.
So
That
was he
hurt
though?
me.
Because he wasn't. So I do think. So hear me out. I do have to finish that one. I have to finish the rest of the week, and I may feel differently when I go back, like and do it again and like look at it. But I feel like because I started off very not liking Vanessa. I was like she was a whore from the beginning. I said this. I called this, and but Doug's antics and his gambling problems, it almost like a Martin and Smitty, it started to make me curve towards like, oh no, you're not the bad guy. It's he is. And he's the one doing this. Da, 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 da. And and so now, I mean, they both have their with them, but I'm just like, no, Doug, like you really crashing out and now you're trying to take Joey down. I think what it is even if he didn't, even if he wasn't unalived, even if he's, because I know some people are speculating, I saw it in the chat, that he may not be gone, right? Even if he wasn't unalive, the point was Vanessa's heart was somewhere else. And that was the first time that was ever like that. That's why they took us through that whole, I've called the escort service so many times, had so many companions. Vanessa liked the fuck, right? But an emotional connection, she wasn't making. And she has an emotional connection with Joey. And she really fucks with him. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And that's dangerous. Because even that goes into even Marcel being scared of his ass.
What do we think is going on with him and Marcel?
I don't know, because Marcel said I was ready to leave for retirement. And then he said, not too fast, my dude, not too fast. That's what you're not doing. Sandra said, I wish they would have had explored why Doug was gambling and drinking. Was it because, so you know what? If I were them, and this is just me, while we're going through putting Doug to rest and all these other things, I would go through a montage of like, or flashbacks of him asking Vanessa to, but Doug was a doctor, so I don't think he was ever home anyway. He's a heart surgeon. So he was out and about and da-da-da. And I think Vanessa quickly, once the kids got older, felt ignored. So I think even if we did flashbacks, you would see her doing the same thing she did now. She might have been just starting her business and it may not, but she was still probably screwing around. That's why I was like, oh, they just telling us that Vanessa was like a Haley. That's why, she helps the whores, the Leslie, the Haley's. How was Shawnee B said, how was Doug gonna take Joey down without taking down Vanessa? I don't know. You let me know.
But you see, he was still trying.
But how would that happen?
That's why I had to give. He said, I don't want her in it.
No, but see, I was with Bill. That's bullshit. That sounds like that's bullshit. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe Bill in that moment. I think that was just for show. I think after, like you said, Doug saw Vanessa up against that wall, and Joey had her like that. All bets were off. Oh no, I think he absolutely didn't give a damn if Vanessa got caught up in it. He just has to play like he cared.
Oh no, I didn't believe that. I think he wanted her. He wanted her to wait. Everything leading up to this said he was still trying with her, and she just had checked out.
How did Marcel get a huge payout that Jacob found in his investigation? Is he tied to Joey by money? Oh, absolutely, Lady Webbs. You must be late, Pookie. Yeah, that's absolutely tied by money. Joey's been paying Marcel to do his jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Randy told him to leave it alone, but Doug didn't listen. He should have listened to his boy. Yeah, but he don't want to listen to Randy. That's why Randy living longer. Shout out to Randy. Blatant Truth said Ted is not a plastic surgeon on the show. No reason. Maybe he comes back as someone else like KKK Kenny. What? Ted is not a plastic surgeon on the show?
For no reason.
Oh, okay. Okay. That would be interesting.
Maybe Doug comes back. So people are speculating. Well, I can tell you.
Because we haven't seen a body. We haven't had no.
The body was burnt beyond recognition. So not only have we not seen the body, no one's seen the body, and no one can say that that's him for sure because it's burned beyond recognition. This is a traditional soap trope.
Oh, so I was gonna ask y'all. I said, are we burying Ted? Are we cremating him? We cremating Ted, or is he already cremated?
Well, we gotta cremate him because his body is unrecognizable. Who gonna bury a burnt up Chris body?
Oh, okay. Okay, so he getting cremated. Damn. So we just have
yes, but the body is burnt beyond recognition. So listen, the reality is Doug could come back in 6 weeks.
So blatant truth, the numbers have changed. Just so the church treasurer, I thought we were burying Ted, But we ain't even gotta do all that. We didn't have him cremated. We'll just put his vase. All we gotta do is memorial service. So that takes a little bit off the church budget. So go ahead and put that off the church budget, Blake.
Doug did not have a storyline. That's right. He does not get a
Doug did
story.
not have a storyline. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm taking this chicken back.
Look at HR. That's what it is. You had to go. I'm sorry. We had no more position. There was nowhere else we could put you. There was
Cleo
nothing
said
else.
Doug is alive.
All right, well, they say justice for Doug. Well, I would love it. So we got Mona and Jan back, but we ain't seen poor little Laura yet.
Oh.
And I'm a little upset I haven't seen Allison in her season 2 robe, or Brianna, but I haven't seen her in her season 2 robe because
I
we
don't
got.
think we done with her.
You think we're done?
I don't think we are, no.
I hope not.
Because Chelsea's still blinking at things that go booing tonight. And so, she's not gonna leave it alone. I'm just glad they didn't go down the road of Naomi representing her, because this show would do something stupid like that, because the Duprees are all stupid.
So you know what's so crazy? I said I think it could happen just because of their family loyalty. And people was fussing with me in the comments like it can't happen. No judge would allow it. And I said, I understand that, but this is the goddamn soaps. I understand what you're saying. But this is the soaps. I don't think this literally, like figuratively, like in
people
real
don't
life.
die and come back to life in real life,
Right.
but it happens in the soaps. Yeah.
But I was like, it happens in the soaps, and possibly like give me my things. Like it may happen. Because she loved her sister. So she would do anything. Shawnee B said, are they finally gonna bring Doug and Vanessa's twins on? So they're bringing Donnell next week.
One of them is coming on.
And Vanessa mentioned him being home from school, y'all.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he don't like Joey. He
Yeah,
don't
he's
like
coming
Joey.
in hot for Joey. I'm here for it.
He giving him all the smoke. He's like, you know, I'm gonna charge you for reason, but my dad was drinking. And I mean, honestly, based off DC rules, that's true. If you let me sit here and drink to oblivion in this establishment, and then let me walk out the door knowing that I'm drunk.
Oh yeah. That is an
absolutely. That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit.
That's a lawsuit that can happen in real life. Absolutely.
Cray said that wasn't Doug in the car. Classic soap storyline. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely right. But that would mean Marcel is in on it, and he's really a deep undercover cop. Another story. I think that's a long-term story, because I think we already saw.
Well, he wanted to retire. And so I was confused by that when they were like, he was like, I'm trying to go on Shirley. I'm trying to go visit Shirley and be.
Yeah, but it was 2 years away to a month ago. Now is here.
Because he just completed, because the check cleared. Joey just, this money hit the account. That's what he said. He said the money cleared. And he said, I'm getting ready. He said, I worked up my retirement papers, bitch. I'm ready to go. That's why I was like, okay, well, go. We won't see you now. Like, to me, after you unalive Doug, that made sense for you to leave town. So for him to stay around, I was like, what are we really doing?
See, it don't make sense unless he's leaving because he didn't really do it, and they set him up because he's really an undercover police officer, and now they're getting ready to bring the whole case back, and KK Kenny is not really dead either. That's traditional. So,
oh, okay.
None of the people are really dead, and they all gonna come back to testify against Joey.
Oh, okay. Cleo said Doug Jr. is spicy. I'ma like him. Not Doug Jr. His name is Donnell, girl. Not you, Doug Jr. Shawnee B said that's definitely a lawsuit. I used to barter and told plenty of people I'm not getting locked up for serving you. Yeah, that's they're very much a thing. I remember when I had this. Look, this turned into a story time. I remember when I had Long Island's in Miami, and I drink one, and then I drink two, and then I drank three, and then my homegirl was like, you can have mine. And then the bartender served me four. And then I went to another club and did something else. But they kept letting me go. And I thought I was going to die the next day. Oh, and my mom was like, well, Latrice, nobody should have served you more than like two of those in one sitting. But my irresponsible ass, I lived through it. Life lessons learned. That's why I say I understand Samantha, but it makes me mad because a hard head make a soft ass.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, y'all. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to the recap of episode 134 to 138. If you have anything else to drop in the chat, anything else you want to talk about, please let me know. But Kamara said maybe Marcel's working undercover for the FBI, which would mean Doug and Kenny are in witness protection. Joey wants Randy unalive. He absolutely does. But Randy is sticking and moving. Okay, and I love it. I love it. Tumu Shaft should have kept his mouth shut about retiring. You think so, Chandra? Why? Because he knew he wanted to retire. Like that was a thing. That's been the theme the whole season. So I don't think that's like I mean, but I don't think that's like his sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like Joey knew he wanted to retire. Everybody knew. Oh, thank you, Elaine. You're so sweet. And I love y'all. I'm gonna get off here and take some NyQuil, and I'm gonna take my butt to bed. And y'all get.
Wishing you well, girl.
I know. I appreciate y'all. I will get y'all Saturday specials of y'all individual recaps. But I appreciate y'all coming up with me. I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me on every platform. And if you haven't already, please make sure that y'all do one thing and go ahead and hit the like button. And make sure if you're liking the vibe that you please go ahead and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you comment for all the replay gang. And make sure you're following us on all the platforms. That's the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, the IG, the Lemonade, and the Blue Sky. And I love y'all so much. I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go make me a medicine ball and I'm going to go to sleep. And I love y'all. Good night. Bye bye.